Welcome to another video tutorial from 2dgameartguru.com. Today I'll show you how to create a peppermint candy using Affinity Designer, using basic shapes like circle and cog, converting them to curves and modifying the nodes with the transform tool to create the swirl. Let's get started with a circle. I place it in the center of the screen and give it a gray tone. Next up is the swirl. In order to create that, we need something that expands towards the outside. The cog tool is the ideal choice for that. I reduce the center a bit so we have something that resembles a starburst, and then I curve the lines a little bit. This is essential in order to get a nice swirl. I use the transform mode and select the nodes in the center and rotate those. And voila, we have the swirl. I give it a brighter red and add a radial gradient. As we are trying to replicate a three-dimensional object, there will be a darker shade towards the rim. So I'm shading from the center outwards to get darker, and then use a radial gradient for the transparency as well. That way the circle will fade towards the center. This way we can nicely hide the inner part of the cog shape. Next up is the shading. The drop itself will get a lighter inside, which is another circle, this time fully white. I'll give it a blur to soften the light. Place that inside a little bit further towards the top than the bottom, because the light in this case will come from the top. I darken the base shape, give it a slightly darker tone, still trying to avoid a pure gray, give it a little bit of the color that's in there, so in this case it has a slight red tint. The next element is the highlight. It's a straight line curved with a stroke. I give it a rather thick stroke and blur the stroke to soften it, and seeing it's a little too regular, I go in and change the pressure curve to make it look a little bit more interesting. Rather than just a simple curve, I'm going to add a few extra nodes to the pressure curve to make it irregular. I create a duplicate and give it a tapered stroke, so just a simple curve. Seeing it's a highly reflective material, we would have the reflection of the white background at the bottom of the shape. So this is the line to do that. It can be a little bit thinner, and when I adjust the thickness, I should also adjust the Gaussian blur to go with it, because thinner lines and high Gaussian blur pretty much render it invisible. I use the radial transparency on the white highlight shape to fade it towards the bottom and bring out the light coming from the top a little bit more. An additional highlight line at the top, this time again thinner and with less Gaussian blur than the line above it. And the same thing mirrored towards the bottom, a little bit smaller, that way we get the idea that it is a drop. I add a few highlights on top, group them and give them a tiny bit of blur. Finally, I'm duplicating the blurred circle that is the highlight and place it below the candy, and we have our shadow as soon as I color it black. And that wraps up the peppermint candy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you learned something new today, hit the like button to celebrate your new bit of knowledge. To help you remember everything you've learned even better, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments below what you like to see on this channel or on my website, and I'll see you again soon.